Good evening, Spartans. Good evening, Spartans. Welcome to session number 19, I think, of the Stay Home Spartans lockdown sessions. Quite a lot to get through tonight. Not as rushed as last week, thankfully, but we'll get going. So what I want us to do to warm up, guys, is just going to be a set of get-ups. If possible, try not to use your hands on the floor, but you're going to lie down onto your back, stand back up onto your feet. Let me just adjust that. So it is just going to be just 1 minute where we are going to lie down, stand back up. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So it's just lying down onto your back, and from there, trying to get back up onto your feet. If you can manage that without using your hands, brilliant. If you can do that without using your hands, brilliant. If you have to use your hands, so be it, because all we're looking to do is get warmed up, is to get things moving. Shifting your body weight up and down off the floor. There's very little more functional than that. Applicable in everyday life as much as on the rugby field. Believe it or not to be morbid to start us off, but being able to get up and down off the floor without using your hands apparently is a good measure for what age that you're going to die at. Genuinely, there has been studies done that the more efficiently you can get up and down off the floor, the more likely you are to live to an older age. So it's worth practicing. Okay, guys, after a minute, which is coming up quick, we're going to go straight into a set of walkouts. So from the starting position, walk out into a press up position, then back up onto your feet. 3, 2, 1, and switch. So it's a walk out just into a press up position, then walk the hands back, stand yourselves up, and then back down into that next rep. Again, just working between those two exercises. Just walk out, keep the legs as straight as you can as you go through. So again, you're not trying to squat down and then start walking your hands out. You're actually trying to fold at the hips as much as possible and hands down. And as you do the same thing on the way back in, is that come back up. Good. So again, a minute of this one, then we're going to come into actually a resting squat. I'm just going to adjust this camera a little bit for this one. So we're going to come into a resting squat, which is just a squat down as low as you can hold, and hold that bottom position. I'm going to try and work on that hip mobility, hip flexibility. Ready, and change. So as low as you can get, keep your feet flat on the floor. Just try and sink right down into it. It's not one where we're trying to hold that static position. It's actually fully relaxed into it as much as you can. When you relax in that position, I just want you to see, can you draw a little line almost with your hips from side to side. Now try and keep your feet flat on the floor. Try and let them come up. And if this gets painful or anything, you guys just stand up, shake out the legs. All we're looking at is just loosen up the hips. So you can use your hips to draw a figure of 8. And again, it's just trying to grind out. So what you'll actually be working on, a little bit of the hip joint, getting a little bit of movement in there. Then you might also feel it through the calves, through the Achilles, starting to get them loosened up as well. We'll spend a little bit longer in this one. What I want you to do, if you want to try and create a little bit more pressure, so you can place your palms of your hands together, elbows inside the knees, and push apart. Now if you find that dead easy, can you go knuckle to knuckle, because that's going to be a little bit further apart. You create an even greater stretch in that position. So again, we're just going to take that, keeping the feet flat. Touch hands to the floor. Can you lift them overhead without falling over backwards? Can you work those positions? Can you work those body positions? It's good. So again, we're going full 2 minutes on this one. The last one we're going to do in this is going to be that one for warming up the wrists. So a full press up position. You'll have your hands on the floor, and then just by shifting your weight from side to side, you're going to go hands, just turn them bit by bit by bit till they end up facing the other way, and then turn them bit by bit back again. Changing over in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. So it's just again a low down position, just shifting your body weight from side to side, turning your hands bit by bit. You can do big turns, small turns, lots of turns, but it's just shifting from side to side. In that position, think about keeping your shoulders back, squeeze back as tight as you can, creating that really stable shoulder position. What we're looking for. Good news for this is you're only going to go for You're only going to go for a minute on this one. You're not going to do the full 2 minutes like we did last time, like we did with the squat. I think a couple of the guys on the Zoom were starting to find that a little bit uncomfortable around the hips towards the end of that 2 minutes. But again, it's not a hold. If you are feeling uncomfortable, you just stand up and shake out during that one. Doing this one, guys, just 10 seconds remaining, and then we're going to get into it. So keep going. Last 10. Just keep those hands turning, just bit by bit by bit. You can do just big turns, or you can just turn it in grades. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really small turns. It's up to you. Time. Okay, guys. So what we have got, dead simple. Okay, dead simple. This one. It is. I want the best quality movement that you can. The best quality movement that you can. Now, we are going to start here with an average, okay, an average level of 3 burpees, okay? If you think you are a little bit fitter, a little bit healthier, you can bump it up and start with a higher number. If you think you need to back it off a little bit, you can start all the way from 1, okay? It doesn't matter, so you just judge this one for yourself. What we're going to do over the next 5 minutes, you're going to do 20, so 20 mountain climbers on each leg. As soon as you've done those 20 mountain climbers on each leg, you're going to do 3 burpees. Whatever time you've got left out of the minute, that's your rest. So it's super quick. So the mountain climbers, just on the spot, and it's just going to be that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, until you've done 20 on each leg, then 3 burpees. As soon as you've done those 3 burpees, like I say, you rest for the rest of the minute. The second round, we do 4 burpees. The third round, we do 5 burpees, and we build up and we build up. We're only doing 5 minutes, so does that make sense for everybody? Good, clear as mud. So get yourselves ready, guys. 20 mountain climbers on each leg. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So 20 on each leg, quickly as you can. So we're talking about 30 seconds of effort. Now, obviously, like I said before, if you are watching this and you're thinking to yourself, do you know what? I'm not quite as fit as I should be. I'm not quite at where I need to be. You start at a slightly easier level. The numbers are low enough that you can just continue to push yourself. You can really go for it, because you will get rest. Because there we go. That's the guys on Zoom. So once you've done 1 minute there, guys, you can stop. So stop. So you don't go into a second round yet. So it is on the minute. Sorry, just some of the guys on Zoom launched straight into the second round with loads of enthusiasm. The goal of this one, guys, is to give yourself as much rest as possible. We start each one, so we go into 4 burpees this time, but 20 mountain climbers on each side. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So same again, 20 mountain climbers per leg, then 4 burpees, then rest. Obviously, if you went for the easier version where you did 1 burpee, this round you'd try for 2. Or if you went for a harder version, you go for whatever number of burpees you chose plus 1. We add 1 to this round. Simple as that. Looks good, guys. Looks good. So we're going to try a few different modalities as we go through. Again, the faster you get this round done, the more rest that you get. So try and keep it explosive. Try and keep that movement really, really explosive. You should have plenty of rest. Still got 17 seconds before we start round number 3. Again, we're doing 5 rounds in total, so this isn't to go for failure or to go until you can't go anymore. It's 5 good quality rounds. Round number 3, going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. 20 mountain climbers on each leg, 5 burpees is what we're aiming for. 5 burpees. Good, keep those legs pumping, those legs driving, good, nice explosiveness in those burpees, just really drive up into it. So it's 5 burpees total. Remember, the faster you get them done, the more rest that you get. But again, keep the quality good. So the reps are low for this reason. Keep that quality high. It's good. Still 20 seconds before the end of the minute. You've only got 2 more rounds. You've done 3 rounds. You've 2 rounds left to go. So the next round. So the maximum number of burpees you're going to do is 7. Unless on YouTube you've chosen some of the higher numbers. We're going 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 20 mountain climbers per leg. You're going to be sick of me saying this in no time. It's a 5-minute drill, and I think I've said it about 20 times already. 20 mountain climbers per leg, 6 burpees this time. 6 burpees. So for my fellow forwards, this is the first one you'll even have to use your other hand to help you count. Looking good. Apparently everybody on Facebook reminded me today that this time last year we were all in Dublin. I think possibly at this stage half cut, celebrating or commiserating depending on which team you were on. You have got one more round of this one, guys. One more round. Okay, so 20 mountain climbers per leg. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off we go. 20 mountain climbers per leg, 7 burpees. 7 burpees to finish this block. Now again, you will have a minute to rest as we finish it. Excuse me. You will have a minute to recover, like I say, as you finish. So even if you finish this one with 30 seconds to spare, that means you get 90 seconds to rest overall. Is what we'll be looking at. But let's go. We are going really, really well. 7 burpees quickly as you can. As on Zoom, keeping it nice and explosive. It's still low reps. Feet out, feet in. Drive up into the air. Explode up. This is brilliant. Give yourself that opportunity then to rest. You keep it nice and explosive. Okay, you get that minute to rest. You get that minute to rest once you've done. Once you've done. And that minute starts now. That minute starts now. So you got a minute to recover. While you're doing that, I'm going to go through this next one. This next one, guys, is just cycling through, okay? Again, this is one where you kind of choose your own adventure, so to speak. I'm going to start it at a base level of 5 squats and 5 press-ups. What you're going to do is just over the next 4 minutes is you're going to go for 5 squats, 5 press-ups, 6 squats, 6 press-ups, 7 squats, 7 press-ups, and you just add 1 all the way through and get up to as high a number as you can. Again, if you want to start it a little bit easier, start off with 1 squat, 1 press-up. If you want to start it a little bit harder, start with 10 and 10. So again, just gauge it where you want. But the key thing with this is not that we blast through it, it's that we keep moving the whole way through. So what I want to see is just nice smooth movement. So the squats is just that. Just set that steady pace. We're not trying to absolutely blast out. We're trying to just focus good quality, good depth. As soon as you've done your 5 squats, I have no idea how many that is. I think it was 5. You're straight down into your press-ups. Once you've done your 5 press-ups, you're straight back up onto your feet again. And you just start again with the squats. So it's trying to keep that movement going. Okay, so you're just trying to work your way through that movement as best you can. Yep. Over a minute to rest. So we've got 4-minute block coming up in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So nice steady pace. Set it at whatever level you feel is fit. So 5 and 5. 5 and 5 to begin with. Remember, guys, if you're doing this via YouTube, it's a YouTube video. Nobody's there to judge you. Focus on getting the best quality what you can do. As you do those press-ups, think about trying to do things in the most efficient way possible, the healthiest way possible. So if you are doing press-ups and you're leaving your shoulders pulled forward, you find your shoulder will push forward into the shoulder joint and will irritate the front of the shoulder. What you can do is pull that shoulder blade back. So actually squeeze the muscles in your back as tight as you can on the way down, and that will actually help support the shoulder joint. So by that, hopefully you'll be able to see on the video while you're doing that press up, squeeze those shoulder blades back and press. So squeeze those shoulder blades back and press. So again, you're using the muscles around the shoulders, around the back to help support the upper back. Okay, 1 minute gone already. Remember, we're started with 5, but you add 1 to each exercise every single round. So again, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, working your way up. If that's too much trouble for you, add 1 to every exercise. That's another way to make it more difficult. So you do 5 press-ups, 6 squats, 7 press-ups, 8 squats, and you just continue up that way. So the numbers escalate even faster. And you add 1 to every single round. It is up to you, whichever way you want to do it. The goal is that you keep moving. You don't allow yourself to stop during this one. Now, of course, what most of you will probably find is that your arms are starting to get much more tired in the press-ups. So spend more time on the squats. Now, I'm not stopping here, but I am definitely slowing my pace down. Quality remains. I'm still squatting down. I'm still keeping my chest up, but it gives my arms a little bit more time to recover. But I keep moving. I keep the body under tension. There you go. 2 minutes and 20 gone. 2 minutes and 20 gone. So that means we've got 1 minute and 40 left to go. So we're looking good. Let me quickly check something. I'm still sleeping. That's good. Less than 90 seconds left to go. Now the next block that we go for is a lot more core focused. You've got 2 exercises to choose from. You can do both exercises. You can do one, or you can do either exercise. You do not have to do both. They work the core in a very similar way, and it's personal preference or your own injury profile will dictate which variation that you do. Less than a minute to go, less than a minute to go. So we've got 45 seconds. And again, the goal is that you keep moving. So don't rush through one circuit. You know, because if you rush through the squats, you then are back on the press-ups, which maybe you do not want. At least I know I definitely wouldn't want. So I'd spend more time on those squats, keeping that control. If you can, get past the press-ups as quickly as you can. Get them over and done with. But again, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down to help support the shoulder joint in those press-ups. 20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining. Obviously, if you guys got yourselves up into a high enough number, you know, and you've been nominated for that 25 press-ups, 25 days, you know, make sure you keep a count. Make sure you know, that'll count for it. Time, okay guys, a minute to recover, a minute to recover, a minute to recover. Now, like I said, there's 2 exercises to choose from. It is either going to be a mountain climber or a bicycle crunch. But what we're going to do is you're going to do a 30-second static hold on each one. So the mountain climber variation, I'll show you that one. What we're going to do is do 30 seconds on one side, then 30 seconds on the other. So by that, you'll be full press-up position, mountain climber position. You're going to try and get your knee forward, up against your elbow or up against your arm, keeping that foot off the floor and holding that position for 30 seconds. At the end of 30 seconds, foot goes back, other foot comes in, and hold that for 30 seconds. And you alternate between those two. That's pretty intense on the wrists, pretty intense on the shoulders, but really intense on the core as well. If you find that's too much for the wrists, you can swap over instead into bicycle crunch. Same thing, elbow to knee and hold together, squeeze together for 30 seconds. At the end of 30 seconds, swap sides and squeeze together for 30 seconds. And you keep alternating for 4 minutes. So 30 on one side, 30 on the other. You can swap. You can do bicycle crunch for the first minute, do mountain climber for the second minute, or you can just exclusively do one of the exercises. It's up to you. Get yourselves ready for whichever one you choose. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So it's a static exercise, off we go, let's go. So again, keep that squeeze. So it's not necessarily about just holding your knee and your elbow against each other. Press them together. Try and push your elbow against your knee. Push your knee against your elbow. For the mountain climber, you can go for the same elbow or the opposite elbow. It's up to you, whichever one you choose. It doesn't really matter. You can go across the body or straight forward. It's up to you. We're going to swap sides in 3, 2, 1. Change sides. So we're doing the same thing on the opposite side. So most of the guys in Zoom are doing bicycle crunch. Most, but not all. So again, that one has to be a cross body. That's just the aim of the game. Press your lower back into the floor. Try and stretch your non-working leg out a little bit further. Now the good news is this takes up 1 minute. The bad news is there's 3 more of them to go. We're going to change sides again. In 3, 2, 1, switch sides again. So we're back to the first one. Let's go. So it should be intense. So you can swap exercises if you want, but get to it. Get there as quickly as you can. So again, you're trying to create that stretch out with the free foot. elbow pressed against that knee. Trying to squeeze in tight. 30 seconds per side. This is tough. This is like a plank, but in a harder position, which I'm sure you guys feel already. Ready, and switch sides, switch sides, switch sides. Looks good. So again, press in. Nice, this is good. Beautiful, looks good on the zoom. Keep working, 10 more seconds left on this one. This will take us to 2 minutes. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking only 2 minutes. Surely it's longer than that. Ready, and switch sides. That's 2 minutes in, 2 minutes left to go. Again, if you want to swap exercise, go for it now, make it quick. Get straight into it, because the timer doesn't stop. Oh, wholesale change. Everybody. There must have been some signal there, some bat signal was going out. Everyone swapped to that mountain climber. So you can go to, knee goes to the same elbow. So you can go left to left, or you can bring left knee across to the right. Whichever you prefer out of those two. Doesn't really matter, as long as you do the corresponding one on the other side. Ready, and change sides. Let's go. Change sides. So same thing on the opposite side. Again, now just because of camera angles I can't quite see, make sure when you've stepped in with that foot that it stays off the floor. You're not just resting the foot on the floor. Definitely not resting the knees on the floor. The camera angles aren't that bad that I can't see that. 5 seconds and we're into our final minute. You've got 1 more minute of this one. Change it over in 2, 1, let's swap. Let's swap, let's swap. So we're back into it. Everybody's immediately giving up on the mountain climber. It is tougher. Oh no, not everybody. Not everybody. It is, at least in my opinion, a tougher variation. But same thing, guys, pressing that knee forward, or pressing the knee and elbow together. Whichever position you were in, try to press the two of them together. If they're touching, push them together. Create that tension between the two. They shouldn't just be, just like, I can't remember the name of the picture, but Michelangelo's painting on the top of the Sistine Chapel, where God and Adam are reaching out and touching each other's fingers. It is pressed together is what you are looking for. The final minute, guys, really simply, is just going to be as many reps as possible over the last minute, whichever exercise you want to choose. Change it over in 3, 2, 1, off we go, guys. Let's go to it. So again, as many reps as possible now. Let's go. So this is no longer static. So if you're going for that bicycle crunch, we're trying to get that move. Off we go. Let's get to it. Again, good quality. Keep that lower back pressed in, tight in against the floor. We are 15 seconds in. We've got 45 of them left to go. Let's try to keep moving. I love that intense 15 seconds, but let's make sure we work for the entire minute. It's good. 30 seconds in, 30 seconds left to go. You will get a rest at the end of this one. I promise. I promise. That's good. Next one, guys. Keep going, keep going. Just 20 seconds left. Just 20 seconds. We're looking strong. We're looking good. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Relax. Stretch out along the floor. Give those abs a little bit of a chance to recover. Nice long breath. Stretch the body right out along the floor as far as you can. Big deep breaths. Try and imagine your rib cage spreading out along the floor. Looks good though, guys. We are looking strong. We're not quite done yet, but we're getting closer. Good. Okay, guys. So, bring yourselves up onto your feet. This is one of our last ones. So, this one requires a little bit of an assessment on your part. So, I want you to count how much you do in this next little part. We're going to go for 30 seconds, so half a minute. I promise I'll give you rest as well. So we're going to go for 30 seconds, and you go for either as many burpees as you can or as many get-ups as you can. So the burpees is just going to be straight arm variation. So it's just going to be hands down, feet out, feet in, explode up. for 30 seconds. Or get-ups. So the get-ups is the lie down, stand back up for 30 seconds. Okay, you're going to choose one or the other. 30 seconds, as many reps as you can possibly squeeze in. Going in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So keep a count. Make sure you keep a count of how many you complete, because that will be important for the next part. Let's keep going. Let's keep working. Give it everything you got. Really go for it. As many reps as possible. You're 15 seconds in, 15 to go. Make note of where you get to. Make note of where you get to. It's good. So the guys on Zoom have all chosen get-ups, so they'll be using get-ups throughout. If you've chosen burpees, stick with burpees. Time. Okay, guys. Time. So, does everybody know how many they've done? Yes, good. Remember that. Because what we are going to do now, guys, we're going to go into an 8-minute block. What's going to happen in the first minute, you're going to come into a core exercise. That core exercise, you do as many good reps as possible during that first minute. The second minute, you're going to match that number of get-ups. Or for the guys on YouTube, if you've done burpees, you're going to match that number of burpees. Whenever you complete that number, you rest for whatever's left of that minute, and then we start again. So it's going to be 4 2-minute blocks, okay? So we're going to start off dead simple. Sit-ups for 1 minute. Going in. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So straight into just regular full sit-ups. All the way down, all the way back up. Just good reps, good quality. We're not actually looking to smash it out. We just want you to keep moving for that 1 minute. Okay? At the end of this minute, you do your maximum number of get-ups. So if you did 30 get-ups in that first 30-second block, number one, I'll be very impressed because that's very fast. But number two, you would do another 30 get-ups. So it's up to you. It's likely as fatigue builds, you'll do them slower, but you still should be able to get them under a minute, so you get a chance to earn yourself some rest. If you did 5 burpees, you must do 5 burpees before you can rest in the next minute. And if you did, so you have to match what you previously did. So we're going to change over into those in 5 seconds. Let's keep going to those sit-ups right to the end of the minute. And get-ups, off we go. So straight into those get-ups. So you got to match what you previously did. So if you did 12, you must do 12 again. If you did 21, you must do 21 again. If you did 1, you must do 1 before you can rest. So again, it's just that number. Once you've done that number, then you rest for whatever's left of the minute. Your next exercise is going to come into a set of leg raises. And we're going to do the leg raise with a hip lift. Let's keep going. 20 seconds before we start the next round. So if you're finished, great. Use that chance to rest. Use that chance to grab yourself a drink. But we're going to go into leg raise and hip lift in 10 seconds. So that one's going to be leg raise, hip lift, back down. Is your next exercise. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So full leg raise, hip lift at the top. Try and keep legs together. As you come up, press those hips up into there. Use your hands as well, so press your hands into the floor. That'll help you lift those hips up and help you stop those hips crashing back into the floor. So again, we get as many good reps as you can in this minute. Then we follow it up with your set number of get-ups, your set number of burpees. Whatever you managed in that first round, that testing round, that's what you go for in this block. So you go for this block. 20 seconds before we do those though. Get it okay?
Yes, it's still hard to do something.
Okay, going into those get-ups. For the guys on Zoom, in 2, 1, off you go. Straight into a set of get-ups. Let's go. So again, you got to match what you did in your testing round. The better quality you can manage, the better speed you can manage without obviously cracking your head on any furniture that's behind you. That office chair looks very close behind you. But again, the faster you get those done, the more rest you give yourself, the better quality, the better movement you should be able to manage in round number 3. So we're doing 4 rounds altogether. This is round number 2. And again, match that number that we did in that testing round. And then give yourself an opportunity to rest. We're keeping things simple on this last bit. Keeping things really simple. All we're going to go for, plank position. If you need to break out of the plank, you come into a side plank. Don't put your knees down, come into a side plank is your rest. Ready? And off we go. Let's go. So 1 minute. So plank position. If you need to, that's your rest for a shoulder. Then come back down. Plank. If you need to rest again, side plank. So you work those 2 positions. So it is just a solid position. You can do it on the forearms, you can do it on the hands, whichever you prefer. Some people I know definitely prefer using their being up on their hands instead of being down on their forearms. It doesn't matter. Try to keep the knees off the floor. Try and keep core braced the whole way through. 30 seconds in, 30 seconds left to go. We're then back into your get-ups. We've got 1 more round then after that. That's good. So that side plank is just a chance for you to give your shoulders a bit of a rest, to change the focus on your core, to give it not necessarily a rest, just some different stimulus. Going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So we're into those get-ups again. Penultimate round of get-ups. You've only got 1 more round of get-ups after this one. Promise. Looking good though, guys. Looking really, really strong. That's good. Keep moving. Now, obviously, I've got an eye on the guys on Zoom. If you're doing this at home, just be careful that you're not traveling. Very easy to move yourself back 2 or 3 inches every time and get yourself closer and closer to something that you don't want to crack your head off. 1 final round, guys. 1 final round. You get a little bit of dealer's choice in this one. You go for whichever core exercise you would like. So any variation on a core exercise, so Russian twist, bicycle crunch, leg raises, sit-ups, plank, whatever. Make a choice, make a dealer's choice. You get to decide which one you do. I'll just go for Russian twist just for this one, and then you go back into your get-ups again. So 3, 2, 1, off you go. Now I would choose Russian twist, so just that little twist from side to side. You don't have to choose this one. You choose whichever core exercise you wish to do. So again, that lean back, just getting that little twist from side to side. We've got butterfly sit-ups there, we've got Russian twists, we've got whatever ones you want to do. You don't have to run past. I keep telling my wife Emma that she lives here, she doesn't have to run past the back of the video. She's allowed to walk through her own house. Looking good, guys. 20 seconds more. 20 seconds more. Let's keep working right to the very end. And then you've got your final set of get-ups. It's good. So again, we're not actually smashing this one out. We're not looking to get as many reps as possible over that minute. We're just trying to keep working, keep the core under tension across that minute. And again, then you're into those get-ups, or if you're on YouTube and you've chosen burpees, you're into those burpees. Ready and change. Off you go. Let's go. So last set of get-ups. Remember, you've got to you did these burpees or these get-ups or burpees in 30 seconds in the testing round. So you should be able to do them in under 40 seconds anyway. I mean, you're capable of doing them in 30 seconds, you know that. But can you match it? Can you match that intensity? Because you give yourself more rest. You give yourself the opportunity to rest a bit more. Looking good. Okay, just waiting on. There we go, guys on Zoom to finish. So that is us done for tonight, guys. Okay, lots of little mini circuits in there, a lot of core work, a little bit of upper body, a little bit of lower body, a little bit of full body involved in there. So a little bit of everything. So if you guys are doing this on YouTube, and you've got any feedback, as always, talk to your captains. They'll be able to get a message to me. If you don't want to talk to your captains, who wants to talk to Chuck? Ain't nobody does. You come onto Facebook, NGPT at Pyramid Performance, on Instagram, Neil Gallagher _coach. Feel free to send me a message, guys. I am more than happy to help, give advice. If you're looking for the YouTube links and you can't find them, send me a message and I'll get them to you as well. So for YouTube, this is Neil signing off, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for session number 20. Who would believe it?